Greetings, everybody. LVW coming with another fantastic episode of Noob Sauce. We've gone through several episodes of getting up to the basics before we even really start building here. I got a couple more things I want to show off, and then we're going to start building stuff, which is going to be the fun part of things. So, let's get to business. All right, everybody. So as you see, we're at our home island. I've been doing a lot of resource gathering to get ready so we can start building stuff. As you see, I got a couple chests thrown about here and there, and pretty much our resources and stuff. Oh, and I've obtained my second death. One thing you have to get used to with Minecraft, eventually you will die. Just learn to deal with it. It's not a big deal. I was out gathering gravel. See this like flaky grain here? That's gravel. And a good source of finding besides the ocean here is Extreme Hills. If you can find the right Extreme Hills mountain, will have a ton of gravel to gather of. So I went over to that Extreme Hills, but further out. And, I haven't done any armor with you guys yet, so of course I went out without armor. And since it's so far out, I didn't want to come back during the night cycle, so I kind of stayed out. Unfortunately, I tracked myself off and got myself killed. It's, once again, not really a big deal. So I just respawned, went back and got my stuff back, and it was okay. I just lost my levels, so that's not really a big deal. Hopefully we'll find a spawner here soon, and we can work on an XP farm for that. Alright, let's gear up, though. I mean, we've been through how many episodes without any armor yet. But we did find this one piece of iron armor. Alright. I am going to, like I did with the tool set, I'm going to start the basics. The first set of armor you can craft is leather armor. Now, most of us who have been playing for a little bit actually skip the leather armor because it takes a while to gather it, because you have to breed up a bunch of cows, and then if you don't have a fortune enchantment on your sword, the likelihood of getting the required 24 pieces to craft all 4 pieces of armor, it's not, it takes longer. It's easier to go spend maybe half hour, 20 minutes caving, digging down, and finding half a stack of iron to make your bucket, shears, and a full set of armor. So, half an hour's worth of work, if that. Okay, so let's actually look at this now. As you remember, I told you we had 4 armor slots. You have your helmet, your chest plate, your pants, and your boots. Okay. So you need 24 items, either leather, iron, gold, or diamonds. It's in that order. Most of us don't craft anything out of gold because gold is just so soft. The durability on it's so low. Other than the fact that it make look cool, that's really about it. It's just a decorative kind of thing. And then once again, most of us skip the leather, but here we begin. All right, I'm going to use the craftable menu here. Okay, so to make the helmet, you're going to take 5 pieces of leather and put it in. Once again, you can put it one down, it doesn't matter. So it's 5 pieces of leather for the hat. Okay, we're going to make the chest piece. Now, this is the most expensive part because it covers the most part of your body, which is your chest area. All right, so we got our shirt. Next up, we have our pants, which is nearly as much as the shirt. And then, of course, the boots, which is 4 in that formation. Now, we have our first set of armor. And all you have to do is you can put it up there, or you can shift click, and it automatically will put it on you. As you see, our little avatar right here is now covered up. And if you look down here, see these little armor icons showed up? And it's letting you know how much protection that this set of leather armor is giving you. So we have 3.5 armor points. And what that does is, when something damages you, like if I was being attacked by a zombie or something right now, it reduces the amount of damage that you take. You still take the full damage, but your character your avatar, your health here, doesn't take as much damage, so it's a good damage reducer. All right. Now, what I want to show you though is this little thing. In the past couple episodes, I've been talking about this thing called dyes, and you get different things where you can dye stuff. Well, guess what? I'm going to show you that right now. So we're going to take one of these roses, and I've been farming up some ink sacs for black dye. We're going to take some of that. Okay, now we need to take our armor off. Once again, to take it off, you can shift click it. You can do this in your 2x2, or you can do it in this crafting table. It's not a big deal. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our boots, because I want black shoes. So we're going to put our boots in it, and then we're going to put ink sac here to make them black boots. Look at that. Simple as that. We're going to do the same thing with the shirt. Ready? Going to have a black shirt. And then we're going to take this rose bush, we're going to convert it over to 2 rose red dyes. And we're going to take our hat, our helm, come on, mouse work. We're going to dye it red. Now it's very subtle, so almost can't really see the difference. Okay, and then we got, this is the pants, which we're going to dye red as well. And notice the knee pads. The knee pads usually stay brown. Okay. Now, if you look at the avatar, it's kind of the color scheme I got going here. So if we put this on, that, and that, we kind of stay somewhat close to our color scheme. I mean, you can dye whatever you want. Let's get out here where we can see a little bit better. We'll do a little F5 here and take a look. So now we have a full armor set. We dyed it so it looks like we have a different set of clothing on, and I got my cap on. For those of you who know me, I like to wear caps. So that's the basic armor set. This offhand slot, you can get something called a shield, which is kind of what it was originally designed for. We need 1 piece of iron ingot, and make sure. No, I don't. And then we're going to need wood. So let's convert over 2 logs over to planks. Now, see this item that showed up here? It's called a shield. If you go over to your tool tab here on the side, these are the various tabs. This is your alt or search tab, tool tab, your block tab, your mixed kind of things up between food and other things that are not a block or tools. And of course, this is your redstone tool, which we'll get on very much later down the road. So anyway, it'll be in this tool tab. See the shield? Click on the shield. You get 1 iron ingot and this Y formation of blocks. That'll get you your shield. Okay, I'm going to lose the sun here. That's all right. Now that goes, see, this is actually a shield symbol in the background here. If you put that in there, you see what pops up over here. A lot of us YouTubers don't use it because it blocks up a lot of portion of the lower screen here. So a lot of us don't use our shield. And if you look at the avatar, as I kind of move around a little bit here, you see attached to my left arm there. All right. Let's go to F5 again. And there we go. Okay. So if I kind of do that, you see this massive protective shield that's on us now. To use it, all you have to do is right-click and hold your right-click mouse button. See how it moves? It's moving into position. I'll try F7 again a little bit. It moved into position. See, now it's at my side. Moves in position in front of me to help block damage. And again, it doesn't block all damage. It blocks a percentage. It can deflect arrows. The creeper explosions, I believe they actually did increase that up to, I want to say 100%. I'm not really sure. I haven't fully tested that in this version of Minecraft, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so that's your shield attack. As a matter of fact, I believe that there is an advancement for the shield with the skeletons. If you block a skeleton's arrow shot, I think you get an advancement. Let's go into that real quick now. If you hit your escape key, you'll bring up your game menu screen. And in here you have certain tab buttons that you can go into. You got your statistics, your options. If you want to open up your world, because this is a private world, to a LAN, so to allow other people in, you can do that here. Of course, you have your save and quit title screens here. But we're going to go over to here, this tab, this advancements tab, which used to be the achievements tab. And in here, you're going to have multiple tabs. Right now, we only have 3. You get a couple more as the game progresses. So we have our basics in which we have husbandry. The world is full of friends and food. Okay. Breed 2 animals. Remember we did that with the cows and the sheep and the pigs and all that stuff over there. And then a seedy place because we started our farm, so we planted a seed. And then what we need to now get is we got to do tame an animal, which is we'll do when we'll tame those donkeys when I get around to it. I haven't found any horses as of yet, but we'll go tame those donkeys. And then I have to breed all of the animals. Well, there's 10 groupings. There's actually a lot more than that, but you can only breed up to 10 at this point. A well-balanced diet. Now, this is the interesting one. I have actually yet to achieve this. I've gotten close to almost getting it. I do now have a listing of what is all edible. If you eat all 35 of these items, this is how you get this advancement. And of course, this one is completely use up a diamond hoe doing farming. Diamond hoes are pretty lengthy, so that takes dedication. And in this one, this is your adventure advancements. Oh my god, my tongue started not working again. So of course, the adventure and explore and combat, that's actually beginning of the game. We got this when we killed our first mob and when we slept in the bed. Now, I've found so far 15 of the 36 biomes they want us to find. And then of course we got to shoot at something because I haven't made the bow yet, but we're going to do that this episode. And then here's the sniper duel. This one I love doing. This is the sniper duel. You have to be 50 meters, which is 50 blocks away, in order to get this one advancement. Kill 22 monsters, and of course the Totem of Undying. That's way down the road. Summon an Iron Golem, and we'll do and I explained the trading when I talked about the villagers. We'll get into all that stuff later. And then of course here's your basic Minecraft one. Minecraft. This is basically, you get this as soon as you log in, essentially. Okay. When we crafted our stone, crafted our iron pick, we got these ones. This is the gearing up essentially, and then of course acquiring hardware when we smelted our first iron. When we picked up that iron chest plate, we managed to get suit up because it was an iron suit. And then here's the iron pick. Since we found those 2 diamonds in the village, we got our diamonds achievements. Then of course we now need to make diamond armor and then get enchanting. And that'll be a couple episodes down. Here is the deflecting arrow. We'll be doing that as soon as we find a skeleton. And then this will be where we collect lava. Yes, you can collect lava in a bucket. And there's a reason why you do it, so I will show you for that. And of course, making a portal so we can go visit the Nether. Yeah, fun. Alright, so that's that. Okay, while we are up here at nighttime, let me just see, is there... at the moment. Alright, I've killed enough skeletons. We've collected some arrows. You can make arrows, but I've got 16 arrows here. And let's make our ranged attack item. We have to make a bow. Let me get this out of my slot here. Alright, so if we go over here to our tool tab, you see this item right here, the bow. Remember I told you it took 3 string and 3 sticks to make? Put it in this formation, and you get a bow. Put it in your hand. Okay, now, oh, that's some redstone components, that's those recipes. So if you put it in your hand, what you got to do to use it is you right-click and hold the mouse button and pull it back. The longer you pull it back, the more power you get out of it. The less you pull it back, the less power, so the less damage it does. Now, right now, I'm at full strength. You see me kind of shaking a little bit? That means I'm at full strength. Now, if I don't want to shoot this arrow, all I have to do is use my third wheel, the scroll wheel, and scroll off, or I can just hit my, one of my keys and tab off it, and you don't use the bow. For every shot you use up durability on the bow. Alright, let's get an incoming there. Let's get our shield in place and see if we can find a skeleton. And let's get into a duel match with them. Those are creepers. Mr. Zombie's coming over here, killing of you guys. I don't really want to travel into the desert. Figures of all the times not to have a skeleton appear is like right now. Let's see, do we have one over on the little island next to us? If not, I'll jump over to it later. There's an Enderman with a block in his hand. Oh, that's one thing Endermen do. They grief the land. They pick up blocks. Just be mindful of that because they will do. Ah, there we go. And of course, we got 2 of them. I only want 1. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to try shooting one. I got 16 arrows for right now. Let's see if I can do this. Now, you have to aim with your crosshairs. The little plus sign that's in the middle of the screen. All right, let me see if I can hit this guy. Oh, almost. Let's try a little bit better. Oh, no, I wasn't even close there. Ah, look at that. We got it. Now, since those arrows, there we go. Sniper duel achieved. I love it. Alright, let's go get our other achievement by deflecting. Get my sword out. Because, oh, he disappeared. Because if you have your bow out with your shield, you won't deflect it because your bow wants to take aim. We're gonna go collect those arrows. If you don't use Infinity enchantment on, there's another skeleton up there. You can actually get your arrows back so you can waste them. Once I have my skeleton spawner, which I will explain much later in a different episode, we don't have to worry about arrows. Okay, now we're gonna deflect this guy here. See right there, look at that. We got our achievement and we deflected. Now the shield took the damage. Okay, I didn't, but the shield did. That's part of its durability. So it will take just so many hits. Let me kill this guy real quick for you. We're gonna get a little over 300 with this guy. So he shot over me. Keep an eye on him when he's there. Keep an eye on him when he shoots. See, he's trying to get behind me to shoot me from behind. Ooh, okay, good. Now this guy can punch me. Oh, see there, he hit the shield, right? So it's actually doing full protection at this point. So, oh, now notice. See, it's kind of hard to do with. Ow. If you can kind of jump and tag the mob at the right time, you can do what's called max damage. See those little sparkles that formed when I hit that guy? I'm like maxing out the amount of damage I did to them. Now he punched me a couple times, and now see what happened is the armor absorbed some of the damage. I still took damage, as you saw my hearts went down, but the armor took some of the damage, which reduced the amount I took. So in other words, I only lost, I think, was 2 hearts maybe. Let's eat up a little bit, get our saturation and hunger bar up so we can heal. And that's the end of the combat. So we have our melee, which you use your sword, and if you have your backup, your axe. You can use an axe for combat. Believe it or not, you can actually use all your tools. You can punch them and all that stuff. Everything functions as a weapon. And then we have our ranged attack, which at this point is only a bow. Down the road, if I hear correctly, we have a new ranged weapon called a trident, soon to be coming in a future update. So we'll have 2 ranged attacks. Covered armor, we covered the shield. Let's take the shield out of there. Let's get our torches back in here. Now, on to food. Oh, you know what? No, I can keep the bow in there. On to food. I've already covered the basics of farming. So you all know how to deal with your plantable farms. Then you have your animal farms where you can get food from. Since I've had to harvest the leather, I've managed to harvest a bunch of steak or raw beef. Right now it's raw beef. I can actually eat this and get some saturation and a little bit of food from it. But if you cook this item, so if we took this out here, I killed a couple pigs too, by the way. That's where the pork. That's a pork chop. Rabbit died over in the desert. I picked up its food. All right. Mutton is from lamb. So you can also do this with the potatoes because you have raw potatoes. I eat a lot of cooked potatoes, so I like to cook my potatoes. So if we take, right now I'm eating carrots. Carrots are a little bit better than bread for the saturation. So if we go over to our furnace here, and let me break this down a little bit more. And I cook up this beef, this raw beef, which I can eat. I actually get raw beef is one of the most sought after at this point because it's actually, when you cook it, has the highest saturation and food replenishment of all food at this point. That's carryable. All right. So as you see, it makes steak. And then, of course, we'll do the same thing with the potatoes. So we'll let that cook up. Of course, I don't think I'm hungry yet. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, see my little hunger bar shaking there means I'm actually getting hungry. All right, we'll let that cook up. Let's go fishing. While that's cooking up, we'll go fishing. So now we have our fishing rod, which we made, I believe, in episode 1. You're going to look at a pool of water. And what you're going to do is you're going to right-click your mouse, and it's going to cast out the fishing bobber. That's that little black, white, and red thing sticking right out there. And if you notice the little bubbles kind of coming up from the water around it, that means that the fish are there. And what we're looking for is a grouping of bubbles that approaches the bobber. And as soon as it takes it down, that's when you right-click again to, here it comes. See that? See it's coming? Right there. We call our first fish right there, raw salmon. Let's do it one more time. And of course, every time you use a fishing rod, it uses up its durability. This is, in my opinion, one of the most boringest things in Minecraft to do. There is a machine we can build that automates this a little bit. Unfortunately, this is where you can use musical interlude. This episode is probably going to be a little bit longer, guys, than normal. I apologize for that. Oh, come on. Oh, here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. And it takes down, and last time we didn't catch a fish, we caught some garbage. But in this case, it's garbage we can use. It's a water bottle. This is for brewing. That'll come in later. All right, let's go check on our food. So now we have raw fish. Now we can cook this fish up. And cooked food has, for some reason, better saturation than raw food. Okay, now we take our steak out. Let's cook up these potatoes, and let's get some cooked taters. And I will eat the cooked tater. And then, of course, we have steak. Okay, there we go. I'll take that one out for now. And then we'll let the rest cook up. There's our baked potato. Okay. So, you can eat your raw veggies, or you can cook up your food and get some good meals. At least as far as Minecraft is concerned, anyway. I'm going to put this stuff back in here for now. Alright, I'll put you in there for right now. Okay, now on to a couple other little things I want to show you before we end this episode. I'm going to fill up this bucket of water. I have a reason for it. I'll show you that right now. And we're going to go down into our little hole. One of the areas I was digging up resources down in this little hole. If you remember correctly, in a couple episodes, we came down here, we had that little fight here, and then whatever. I continued digging down, and I found another cave system here. Fairly good size one. As you can tell, I've already started taking out resources and stuff, and continue digging on down. I just want to show you a quick technique here that you can do with water. You can use water as an elevator. You take a bucket, if you have like a far place that you don't want to have ladder or drop sea in or something, if you drop a bucket down to it, like see how this water's flowing, you can actually ride the water down and up. So if you want, make sure there's no creepy side. I left it here intentionally just for this purpose to show you guys. Get over here. I want to kill you. There. You die. Okay. So what you can do is, you walk into, now remember, when you go in water, you have to hold your breath. So you ride the outskirt a little bit. If you press your spacebar key, which is your jump key, remember, you can actually ride up a water source. If you get inside it, don't worry about it, don't panic, it's not really a big deal. Let's put a torch here where I want. Definitely got to get up in here and explore a bit more, that's for sure. Alright, now what I'm going to do is, I want to keep this water source here for right now. I'm going to block it off, and before it dissipates, I'm going to write it down so I don't have to jump all the way down. Now, jumping in the water, I won't take any damage from that huge fall I just took, so that's a good thing about water. But that's not the whole water trick I was actually going to show you. We have to go down here where we dug really deep in the ground. As I started digging more down here, if you get down to level 11, that's that part of that XYZ coordinate thing I was telling you, you get down what's called lava level. Let's come over here. I found some dirt here, so I dug out the dirt here. And then I took out these 2 blocks, and it was, look at this hole. That's a huge hole. Jumped up here, jump up, and I crouch. Once again, remember that if I crouch thing, do that tippy toe so I don't fall off. Just gonna make sure I don't get shot off. That right there, that right there, that's a gold block. Okay. Look at what's below us. We have something just died. We have a crevasse. It goes into the crevasse because it's closed in. And down there is nothing but lava, and for some reason that lava sources are not turning into stone. Alright, well, I'll explain that in a minute. I mean, look at that huge lava source. Don't fall in it. You'll die. Period. Okay? So, lava's a bad thing in that sense. Now, when I continue digging down, I dug down to level 11, which is right here. You got a bit of a glimpse there. And started digging over because I wanted to get over to the lava source. And sure enough, what did I find? But diamonds. The big reward of Minecraft is diamonds. I dug it out because you don't want to lose it to the lava here. Now the thing about diamonds is I can't use the stone pick on it because it'll destroy it. You have to use, at bare minimum, an iron pickaxe. Which, not only did we make one, we found one. So, we already got our diamond achievement. Let's get these diamonds. Haha. The old-fashioned way, we mine them up. Now, I'm pretty sure that the lava does not flow underneath here, so I'm going to take the chance, and you probably want to pick this out and see if there's any lava down around it. I'm not going to do that. I recommend you doing that because to lose diamonds, ooh, okay, this one might be a chance. Nope, we cleared it. We got 6 diamonds, so that's cool. So now, I can make the one tool that we're going to need for generating a portal into the hole over there. Alrighty. So, let's get out our crafting table. Oh, I used up the sticks already. That's right, I'll make some more. And let's go to our tool sets, let's make a diamond pickaxe. The ultimate tool. And give me my bucket of water back. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take and put this water down here. And it's going to go over the lava like it just did. Alright? And it's going to create this thing called obsidian. This is an extremely hard... Get some torches here. Extremely hard material. The only way to mine this product is with a diamond pickaxe. Creepers can't even explode this stuff. So the only thing is you don't want to lose this stuff to lava. So what I'm going to do for right now, I want 4 pieces of this. I'm going to block off this so that when I mine this out here, I'll drop. Okay, water, cooperate. Really? Of course, you're going to record in that, and okay, we'll do this the old way. When in doubt, there's always another way to do something. See, what happened is I created this hole here, so the water's trying to flow down to its lowest point possible. Now, notice, see if I drop an item into that water, it pushes it. That's why I put that water barrier up, because I don't want these obsidian blocks to go into the lava and get destroyed. So it's a little hard to kind of, you know, if I can get in there, yeah. The reason I have those watered down is because if there's lava on this obsidian, it'll turn that lava source into obsidian before the block falls into it and destroys it. This takes a while, by the way. It just broke. Luckily enough, there's nothing under it. There we go. We got our next advancement, Ice Bucket Challenge. Alright, so, and there we have our first obsidian block. I need 4 of these. And that'll be number... Come on. 3. Now, see what happened there? You see that lava up here real quick? It turned that lava into an obsidian block, preventing the obsidian from being destroyed, so we still received it. We have one more. And then we can go back upstairs and make the last thing I want to make for this episode. Okay. This is why I did a lot of the resource gathering off camera, guys, because do you really want to sit here and watch me mine stuff out? So, in case you're wondering why I did a lot of that off-camera stuff, that's the reason why. Because that's the grind part of the game, and you know, for video making, that's just boring. And what eventually I'm going to do, I'll turn this whole thing into stairs, so I don't have to keep jumping like this. I'll show you that shortly. All right, let's get all the way back up top, because I'm going to need the sugar cane. If you remember correctly, when I showed you sugar cane, one of the things you can make with it is paper. All right, well, come on. Let's get over here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take one piece of leather, take the sugar cane, turn this into paper. You're going to take your one piece of leather, put it there, take your paper and surround that one piece of leather, and you're going to create a book. Now, by itself, it's just a book. You can't read it, you can't write in it. If I took a feather and an ink sac and joined this book together, I can actually create a writable book. That's not what I want to do with this right now. I'm going to take this book and this obsidian and these diamonds and make an enchanting table. So if you take your obsidian and place it in an upside down T formation like this, you take 2 of your diamonds, place them on each side of your obsidian like that, and place your book on top. You create an enchanting table. This is where we can start enchanting our gear using this. I'm not going to go into enchanting at this point. So I can just pop this down for right now. And once you pop it down, you can move it. It's not a big deal. There it goes. Look, there's the enchanted table. And now I can take an item, put it in there, and we can get some basic enchants. I don't have any bookcases around and get some basic enchants. This is where the power of higher advancements start coming in, because you know, get on breaking like this here. It makes it harder for the duration to be depleted. Efficiency makes, you know, you can mine quicker and stuff like that. There's a ton of enchants that you can get. All right, I'll cover all that stuff when I go into the actual enchanting segment. This is not this episode. Let me just make sure we covered all the basics, and I think that is pretty much everything. We covered the armor, shield, went over the fishing part. I mean, it's, you know, not kind of a no-brainer there. It's cooking. We took care of that. Let's get our cooked potatoes out of the oven. See, we got our cooked potatoes. Got our teeters. And we showed you mining of the diamonds and where they can find. To find diamonds, you have to be at level 16 or lower. You can't find diamonds anywhere else other than that. That's why I had to mine all the way down there. Now, most of us will probably mine within the first day of being on a new world. We mine straight down. We get our iron, we get our diamonds, and within an hour, we're ready to go. You'll get there eventually, all right, guys? Don't try to rush it. Just have fun with the game. That's the whole important thing, is have fun with the game. That's why we're here to play this game in the first place. Took care of our bow. So basically, that is the essentials that are now done. How many episodes have we gone through for the basics? Well, as we get going through the build part of the segments, I will get into more details on various aspects of what I've already covered in these few episodes. And it's these small, simple little techniques that you're going to need to play the game from this point on. All right, guys? So, again, it's a little lengthy, but I wanted to get everything, all the bases covered up and finish up so we can actually start building stuff on the next episode. All right, guys, as always, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. Y'all take care now. Bye. While exploring the caves and holes and stuff that are underneath our basin, probably underneath the ocean, I'm going to figure. Mining out some resources and stuff for upcoming videos. I just wanted to quickly show you some additional resources that I don't think I've shown on video yet. The first one is, see this blue fleck type stone here? That's lapis lazuli, or just lapis we call it. You can mine this out with a stone pick. It doesn't have to be like anything higher than that. You need that for enchanting. It's also used for decoration. It's the amount you can get is dependent upon a random chance generator. So you can increase that with an enchant called Fortune. Of course, you need to get lapis to get enchants working in the first place. Alright, that's lapis. The next one is redstone. Alright, with redstone though, I'm sure you all have heard of redstone machines and stuff like that. This is where redstone comes from, besides trading. That's a redstone blocking farms, the ones with the red flecks. You need at least an iron pick or better to mine this. You mine it with anything less, like everything else, you destroy it. Alright? And again, just like the lapis, the amount that drops is a random amount. Okay, as you can see, I've already collected some, so and as you can see, I found some more diamonds. Alright, so anyway, I just wanted to quickly show you those two additional resource blocks that you're going to find at the much lower levels of your caving and exploring, alright guys? And what you need minimum to mine these items out.